I don't know. Openers, basketball, sports. How's it going, man?
That was pretty tough. That was pretty
We're
tough.
like tough in a good way. Like the other kids, like, oh, that's tough.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Yes.
no.
I can't read lips.
I'm not muted.
Guys, listen down below. Was that tough or was that tough?
All right. We're on to the finals for the NBA championship and the Stanley Cup. Um, we had to skip last week, so Casey and I had texted our uh, predictions for basketball, um, which I will read to you now. It's Spurs and Knicks. Casey went Spurs in six, and I said Spurs in seven. So we'll see what happens.
Not
Uh,
looking good.
it's not looking good. I gotta say that Mr. Brunson, he's quite a basketball player.
Yeah. And I mean, I I expected Cat to give trouble because he can shoot. But I'm like, he's performing above and beyond what I expected.
Hmm. And I don't know, man. Like both games, the Spurs had a lead and choked it away. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't know what's going on. But they're a young team, right? They're not to their best years yet.
Not even close, man. Like, I mean, the only one that's past their prime is Harrison Barnes.
Hmm.
And I mean probably Luke Cornett, but oh, I think Kelly Olynyk, but Kelly Olynyk never had a prime. He's always been kind of like, as good as he looks like he would be.
Yeah, he's had little bits of greatness in a game here and there.
Still, Kelly Olynyk greatness is like, oh, he hit two threes in this game.
It's something.
It's like, oh
It's
man,
more threes than I've hit in a game.
the guy who's nicknamed the lunch lady is doing some making some shots.
Okay, man, but that name's tough. All right.
Wait, what type of tough we talking
You
about?
know what type. And then over on the hockey side,
This
this,
series that one sounds like it's been pretty fucking wild.
yeah, game three, uh, was crazy. So in the second period, the Knights were up 4-0, and in 39 seconds, the Knights scored three goals, or the Hurricanes, I mean.
Yeah.
And then it went to overtime,
Hmm.
and then the Knights ended up winning it. But it's just like, guys, that would have been a catastrophic choke if
Well,
you
I
missed
think
that.
in the first game, the Hurricanes were up, I think 3-1 or 4-1 or something, and Knights came back and won it
Yeah.
in like the last period.
Yep. So we'll see. I need the Hurricanes to win the next few games for like in a row for my prediction to be correct. So we'll see.
I
Might
thought
be
you
old
said
Casey.
I thought I said the Hurricanes and you said Knights.
Um, I was looking at the wrong side.
Oh,
That is
goodness.
correct. That is correct.
I shouldn't have said anything with the way it's turning out.
Yeah, it's true. No, yeah. So I need the Knights to need the Knights to win the next few games in a row, then for mine to be correct. For me to have the extra bonus point on the number anyway.
I got you.
Um, but we'll see. Um, so yeah, that's where we're at
I
with playoffs.
I really hope the Carolina one wins because I listen to all these because the guy that owns the Carolina team. owns just bought the Blazers kind of recently.
Oh,
And I
okay.
keep hearing all these people bellyache that he's very frugal and like there was a thing where it was like the players, they had he didn't want to pay for like the players extra extra not coaching staff, but like the people that do like massages and all that type of shit. He wasn't gonna pay for them extra time at the hotel. So he's like, you guys can go to the conference room that we have rented out. I'm not gonna pay extra for your rooms. And people on like these different NBA podcasts are throwing a fit, like this is not how you win, blah blah blah. It's like, brothers, it's working for the Hurricane, so maybe it's gonna work for this.
Yeah, for real. Man, that is such a crazy thing. It's like you can have it if you go to the spot, but you sound like a child when you don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I just think it's really funny. And then he's like lowballing their coach because since Chauncey Billups was their coach, but he got, like let go after the investigation on stuff. So like they have Tiago Splitter and they're gonna like probably rehire him, but he's like, yeah, this is your first time being the actual coach, not going off of Chauncey Billups' playbook or anything like that. It'd be your own. So I'm lowballing you the cheap like the lowest offer a coach can get in the NBA.
damn.
Yeah, so it's like that's not sitting well with people. I get if I was Tiago Splitter, I'd be pissed off too. So,
Hmm.
but
That's
whatever.
business, baby.
Hell yeah. You don't get a team that's gonna be Midland in the West for years to come without not spending much money.
It's true. All right, on to the regular episode.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two Worlds podcast. I'm Jake, and with me, as always, is someone who looks like a puppet and a really shitty puppet.
Whoa.
It's the Lex to my Eggman. It's Casey.
Somebody's grumpy as hell for no reason at all.
You were mocking me.
No, I wasn't.
Then what were you doing?
Jake. I have seizures every once in a while. It looks like I'm mocking you, but I'm not. It was an
That
accidental
was
seizure.
that was not a seizure. That's not what seizures look like.
The ones I have. Do you have fake mocking seizures? No, you don't know shit.
Jamie, let's see the doctor's note. Okay. Anyway, um, you've got a couple things written here that I assume you want to talk about. I have no idea what they
Oh,
are.
though that was oh, shoot, I forgot to do that for the YouTube because I was like, oh, this will be some fun, silly things to mention on the YouTube. So one of the things though, we can talk about really quick because it's, not a lot going on this week. There's I don't know if you know about this, but I think it's like a fucking like audio drama. I
Hmm.
didn't listen to it at all, but there's a Sonic podcast called Chaotic Case Files. Have you listened to this?
I've not listened to it, but I have been told by a few customers
Oh,
about
okay.
it.
I saw it. I was like, I should let Jake know about this. Then also, our favorite NFL players. Yours is Caleb Williams, and mine's J.J. Watt. Current players, two of our favorites. They've teamed up and they're making their own Uncrustables, or they're not making it. Basically, this other Uncrustable type company was like, hey, you guys play the football. You want to be our sponsors, and we'll give you a cut of the cash. And they're like, fuck yeah. And then now that's like because Uncrustables, I guess, were like big in the NFL locker room, and then like these two guys stepped in, got this new company up and going, and now that's the specific partner of the NFL is whatever this company is called.
Jams.
Yeah, there we go. So
That's funny.
you're gonna get some jams. Let us know down below if me and Jake should eat jams on the podcast together, but like Lady and the Tramp style, while wearing a JJ Watt and a Caleb Williams jersey.
Speaking of Caleb Williams, on the cover of Madden, the next Madden.
Nice. Hope that doesn't have like a wait, isn't there a Madden curse too? Because I know there. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, we'll see. A lot of people very upset by that.
Why?
Uh, well, they're just like, oh, what has he done to deserve it? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I think I understand why they're upset. Um, at the same time, it's like, who fucking cares? It's the cover of Madden.
Yeah, I don't get why anyone would, I mean, I'm just looking at it from an NBA perspective. There's so many damn people that were on the cover of those games that I mean, if you want to look at it this way, it's like, what did Dame Lillard ever do to be on the cover? What did Anthony fucking Davis ever do to be on the cover?
Sure.
What did, you know, it's
Angel
like,
Reese.
yeah, that's a fact.
So, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But
Yeah, it's like
as a
you
Bears
could,
fan, it's like, oh, cool.
yeah. I mean, as a Bears fan, are you a little worried?
Ah, if something happens, then it's just same old thing.
I got you. Fair enough. It's like I'm playing with house money. Because like, I mean, you can only do the same guy on the fucking cover, you know, so many times before it gets sold. You have to do new ones all the time. So,
Right,
yeah.
right. Um, yeah, it's like, okay, did you want it to be like Bo Nix or Drew May, who is it Drew? Drake May, who
Drew
made it
Brees is who you're thinking
one
of.
more round in the playoffs? It's like, who cares, guys?
Yeah. It should just get random. Like if there's not someone that's like new that's stepping out like awesome, like you know, new quarterback or um uh the guy that catches the ball, the receiver, that's the word. They should just get like the biggest, ugliest center. Just go like the
Yeah.
biggest monster of a man that's the cover because it's like why not?
There's I don't know if you've seen it. There's a list of like I don't even know who put it out. I'm pretty sure it was the NFL on Instagram did a well, what if these were the covers instead? And you know, one was a picture of Ben Johnson, the Bears coach, ripping his shirt off in the locker room
That's
after
pretty
that win,
funny.
and it's just like funny stuff like that.
Yeah.
Uh, it's like hell, why not? Any of these would have been great too, but
I
all
mean, I'm
right.
surprised they don't do like the NBA 2K where it'll be like five different covers now.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Because one of those is Angel, well, like the real one is fucking who knows, and then they like
Yeah, I think
put Kobe
SGA.
on one. Yeah,
Yeah,
SGA, that's right. So it's yeah, I get that. All right, news time. You want to start off, man?
sure, buddy. I'll pull it up real quick. Um, so yeah, Zack Snyder's gonna be writing and directing an Escape from New York reimagining. So I like the original Escape from New York, so I think they're pretty awesome. I don't think this one's gonna be anywhere near as good, personally. But you
No.
got any excitement about that?
No, not at all, actually. You showed me Escape from New York in high school, maybe?
Probably.
And it was really fucking good. That's a
Kurt
movie I should
Russell's the
watch again.
coolest.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's the coolest. So I should watch that again and not the new one.
Yeah. There was a funny interview because like during the Monarch stuff, Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell get interviewed together, and someone was talking about like,
Why are they related or something?
yeah, just a little bit. I think they're like brothers.
Yeah.
But someone was like, oh, you know, they were talking about Wyatt playing like Kurt Russell characters, and he's like, guys, like you need to stop saying this. Like, I'm grateful that you think I look like I'm in my or my late 20s, but I'm older than my dad was when he played these characters by a good bit. It doesn't work.
That's funny. Speaking of watching stuff, earlier today I watched the first episode of Spider Noir. Have you checked
Oh,
that out?
not yet. Is it good?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not
Cool.
bad. A lot of setup in the first one, but I liked it. I think the way they shot it for the black and white is super cool.
Yeah.
A lot of good like light and shadow work.
The hedgehog?
And yeah,
Nice.
and Nick
No, he
Cage
was
is
gonna be
pretty
in it.
good. So
Yeah.
pretty cool. I also didn't know that Brendan Gleeson was in it, so that's pretty cool too.
I didn't know he was gonna be in it either. I love that guy.
hmm So um okay, so that Texas Blood is getting a TV show on FX. That is a book I'm kind of surprised you've not read. Maybe that can be a future trade for you, but it's just a crime comic by I think it's Chris Condon that writes that
Hmm.
one.
I never even heard of it.
Yeah, yeah. And then, gosh, let me make sure that I have this right. I'm pretty sure it's Jacob Phillips. Um, is it? Come on, Image. Yeah, Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips on the art. So, but yeah, supposed to be just uh, like a neo-Western crime book that they compared to No Country for Old Men.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, getting a show on FX.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a shot too and read the book. The book supposedly ended, but I guess they're bringing it back and a maybe this next week actually
Hmm.
for another arc. So good for them.
Nice. Alrighty, so Ghostbusters is getting its own animated Netflix show set in the same universe. I don't know if it's gonna be the main Ghostbusters, the new Kid Ghostbusters, or what, but that's a thing that's happening.
I haven't seen anything past the original cast and then a
Same.
little bit of the cartoon.
So I remember watching the real Ghostbusters when I was younger every once in a while with Nick. And then the Extreme Ghostbusters, I remember watching a couple episodes of that. But we couldn't get the local channels, and that's what that was on. And we had DirecTV, so we never got to watch those ones. But when the new movies came out, from the lady one on to the newest two that came out, I had no interest because it's like I remember Harold Ramis kept being like, "Oh, I really want to make another one, really want to make another one." Then as soon as he dies, they're like, "We're making more." So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm boycotting these."
Yeah, fair enough. I heard they're not great. I hear like the newest one was okay, but
Yeah, I've heard the two newer one, or like I think the newest one I didn't hear much about. I think it might have been kind of forgetful, but the one before that was I heard people like, yeah, we liked it. Like the part that everyone talks about is the part where they have Egon there as a ghost, and I'm like, it's a bit fucked up, but whatever.
yeah, do they bust him?
No, that would be kind of funny though. It's like, ah, get him.
So then are you gonna check out this new one?
No, I don't have Netflix, and that's not something that's gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna be like the Stranger Things show anyway, where it's like, why are we doing this
hmm
type of thing, you know?
Okay. This is just a small thing because we didn't have a bunch of news. But over the weekend was the Summer Games Fest, which essentially took the spot of E3 whenever that got canceled. So um, they were showing lots of stuff. Like we got a new trailer for the new Fable game. That was fine. I don't know how I feel about that, other than I just really want it to be good. I just don't know that it will be.
Hmm.
And then we're getting a new Spyro game, which I was not expecting. And I think
Yeah.
that'll be pretty cool. So uh we didn't get much gameplay. We got like 5 seconds of gameplay at the very end. It was mostly like a cinematic trailer, but uh it made me pretty nostalgic because I really like those older ones, and we'll probably check that out when it comes out.
And we talked about this too. Speaking of, we're getting the Godzilla Pipeworks game remastered, Destroy All Monsters Melee, which so this is a fun fact. Whenever I bought myself a GameCube, saved up my money from mowing lawns, the reason why I did it was because Godzilla Destroy All Monsters was coming out on the GameCube. That was the original one it was supposed to be out on. So that's why I got it. Didn't come out when I got it, and there was like I still had to wait a good while before it came out. Now I'm like, am I gonna buy a Switch 2 just for Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee?
I mean, the answer is probably yes, but
Yeah,
uh, I greatly enjoy my Switch too. I think it's a really good console, and that's probably what I'll buy Spyro on as well.
I didn't know
Even
that was
though
gonna be on Switch. I thought Spyro was gonna be a PlayStation exclusive.
no, they showed all consoles, and then like they gave a release date for all the major consoles, and then it said later on Nintendo Switch. So,
I gotcha.
and that's not something that I have to like go out and buy day one like I will the new Castlevania. So whenever it comes to Switch, I'll grab it eventually.
I gotcha. I figured you'd be waiting at the GameStop dressed as Spyro, and they're gonna be like, "This isn't a GameStop; it's a vape store now. Leave."
Well, the last time I picked up a game on release day was the new Mario Tennis, and I went to Target and just waited forever for someone to come to the game section. And when they finally
Hmm.
did, I then had to wait just as long for them to go dig through the back to find it. I'm like, okay, I get Target isn't like really giving a shit about newly released games, but it's like, couldn't we have the person in the electronics department like ready with new games on release day?
Right. When I worked at Target, this is just a fun little thing for anyone listening to. If you can find, I don't know if they still have them, but when I worked there, there was a button that you could press it like it gets the people to come over, and they have to be there. Like they have to turn that off in like under 10 seconds. So there'd be times like since I was working cell phones and I wasn't technically a Target employee, people would come up to me like, "Hey, can you help me with this?" I'm like, "They don't give me the keys for that, but here, this is what I'm gonna do. I just hit that button." I'm like, they'll come back, they'll come running because they have to, they have to. Otherwise they get in trouble.
I bet that's not a thing anymore. Because
Probably not.
I stood in front of the case, which is like at the front of the section. Anyone walking by can see. Uh, for probably 5 minutes before someone walked up and was like, "Have you been helped?" I'm like, "No, I need to get a game." And she was like on the radio, "Can someone come to electronics?" 10 minutes, still nothing.
Yeah.
Like it was terrible.
Yeah, you need it. And okay, if you can find a cash register, they also have the button on there. Because I would do that sometimes too, but I don't know if the cash register's changed since then, since that was back in 2014.
Well, next time I'm just going to pick up the cash register and run through the store with it and see if I can get anyone's attention that way.
That's an idea too.
All
Alrighty.
right, go ahead,
So
man.
I'll talk about these two because they're kind of similar. We got some behind the scenes photos from two different superhero related things. So one was the Born Again season 3 with Wilson Bethel as Bullseye in his brand new costume. Did you see it?
I did look awesome.
Looks pretty good. I mean, it's like my only problem is like I wish it was a little bit brighter, but I get why they didn't do it.
Hmm.
But I'm excited to see what the mask looks like because
Yeah.
that's gonna be tough to try to make good or not. And then Man of Tomorrow set pics reveal Holt's new Lex Luthor suit, and then updated Superman suit, which I didn't really think looked that much different. But the Lex Luthor big suit looks comic accurate. We'll see
It
how it
looks
looks in
exactly like the
action.
comics. I
Yeah,
was very impressed with that.
yeah. It's just like they're going practical with it, so it's like I wonder how well it's gonna maneuver. You
Hmm.
know, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Okay, two bits of news that are comic related. The first one, I think this is going to spin out of Queen and Black, but we're getting an Amazing Venom 5-issue miniseries by Jordan Morris and Luke Ross. This is for the I don't know if you've seen it since you're reading those books. There's like a new Venom, but he's in like a red and blue Spider-Man costume.
No, I missed the last issue of like Amazing Spider-Man because I was a knucklehead. I don't know. Don't know. I think I've heard about it. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
fucking know.
Well, this is spoilers. So
All
if
right.
anybody doesn't want to hear this, just skip forward a little bit. Apparently, this Venom is Boomerang.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, God damn, they're just giving a symbiote to anybody nowadays, aren't they?
Right.
And maybe Boomerang's been like a huge part of Spider-Man or Venom shit, and I just don't know about it. But
Well, so this is just like stuff I've picked up on because during that they made that one comic where it was like the amazing foes of Spider-Man or whatever, you know? It kind of became a bigger thing from there. He was like Peter Parker's roommate for a while and all this other type of stuff. So it's like it's probably just like a slow build. He's becoming more and more of a big deal because he popped up a little bit in one of the Spider-Man issues I was reading because he was at a funeral or something.
gotcha. Well, I guess on this one, so instead of Boomerang, he's calling himself Comeback now, which I think is just a decision.
Yep. How's he spell it?
Not the way you're thinking.
Oh, okay.
But he's doing some like cosmic stuff where he wants to go to the symbiote home world and test his limits as a hero. So we'll see what happens there. It's like, I don't know. Didn't I mean they kind of did that with Venom Space Knight a while back. I know that wasn't like symbiote homeworld stuff, but it's like why are we taking Venom to space all the time?
Yeah, I kind of hate it.
Yeah.
Like I
And
like
then
the Venom Space Knight, but yeah, I'm like leave him a street leveler.
right. And then the other one is that we're getting a an Avengers relaunch. Um, I'm assuming this is post Armageddon, but it will be written by Chip Zdarsky with art by Marco Cicchetto. Um, which that team sounds great and is great. I just can't seem to make myself be an Avengers reader. Like Jed McKay couldn't make me do it, and it's like if he can't do it, I don't know that Zdarsky's going to be able to either.
Wasn't Jed
But
McKay's though that really dumb Moon Knight thing that he was doing?
no, you're thinking Moon Knight versus the Avengers, and that was Jason Aaron.
Oh, okay.
No, Jed McKay's was like the one that just wrapped up. It ran
Oh,
for
okay.
30 issues. Um, yeah, I don't know. There's just something about like the Avengers team that it's like I just don't want to read it.
Yeah, I get that. I like I like some Avengers, but I was never like for a while I wasn't the biggest Justice League guy either. So it's like I might check this out because I like that team, but it's gonna depend on who is in the team itself for me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's definitely fair. If you pick it up and you're like, Jake, you should be reading this, it's amazing, then I will. But unless the team is like Thor, Magic, and Black Knight, then it's like, nah, I'm probably not gonna check it out.
If it's that team, I wouldn't have to say shit to
Nope,
you.
you wouldn't. I'd be like, first of all, what the fuck? And second of all, I'm in.
Though the way they've been pushing Magic here lately, I mean, Black Knight, that's not gonna happen. But Magic, I wouldn't. Like, if you were like Magic's in the new Avengers, like, oh, okay, I'm not surprised.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. So, all right, man. That's it for the news.
Would you read this week, buddy?
I read JSA 20, Batman 10, Batgirl 20, DC Sonic Metal Legion 2, Mark Spector Moon Knight 5, and Doctor Strange 7. Oh, and I'll briefly talk about this, but I caught up on those new Titans issues as well.
Oh, nice. So I flipped through
And I,
comics.
I kind of skimmed Comics the magazine, but I kind of ran out of time.
Yeah, I flipped through comics the magazine. Not a whole lot, just like normal flippage.
Yeah.
I read The Dead Man issue 1, Godzilla Infinity War issue 5, Batman issue 10, JSA issue 20, Iron Man issue 6, and Godzilla issue 11.
Okay. I think you might have had one or two more.
Alrighty. So I will start with The Dead Man issue 1 by W. Maxwell Prince, Martin Morazzo on the art, and yeah, I'm not like it's an odd book. I wasn't really feeling it personally. Like dead man's helping people move on to the next life and all that stuff, and then there's this weird creepy dude that's eating people, and we're gonna see where that goes. And there's a like ghost monster thing that ate a soul. I was reading, I'm like, I'm not, it's not for me. So
Well, I'll be honest, and we don't really like to talk down on people's abilities here. I couldn't stand the art.
I don't hate the art. I don't love it for like depending on what book it's in. I think I don't like the way their design of Dead Man. Everything else in it, I think is fine, but and I see this with Dead Man and different stuff every once in a while too, especially in like books that are Dead Man centered. They'll like draw him in like a weird ass, they have a weird ass design for him. It's like you could just leave him how he normally is, but whatever. Because there was a fuck, I don't even remember what it. Don't remember who it was, but there was an old Dead Man book that I have the trades of I never read, where it's like he looks like a fucking freak in these.
I would almost guarantee that that's Kelly Jones,
Really?
and I actually like those covers. I've not read them, but I think that's what started that. And
Yeah,
and then people just kind of like, oh, well, we should do it because Kelly did it.
yeah,
Yeah, very like exaggerated and stuff like that. And I think
yeah,
it works for Kelly Jones because that's his style. He does it with Swamp Thing and Bane, especially, but it's like I don't need it every time.
yeah. And so like I said, the art throughout I think looks pretty good, but this the character design for Dead Man isn't my cup of tea. So yeah, it's like I have a feeling this has its audience, but I'm not it, so I'm gonna probably go like a 5 out of 10.
Okay. Not giving it an issue too.
Yeah. Like it felt like more like a chore as I was reading it than actually something I enjoyed. So I'm like, yeah, there's just
Yeah.
no purpose.
All right, Doctor Strange #7 by Derek Landy and Ivan Fiorelli. Uh, this was pretty dope. Enchantress is in this one pretty heavily, which is cool. And um, Strange is going back and forth between like himself and the evil Strange. Evil Strange can do stuff that normal Strange can't, which makes for a fun dynamic. And we'll see. It looks like the next one is going to be the showdown between Evil Strange and this like uh, magical like god killer. So I'm on board. I enjoy it. I'm going to give it an 8.
Nice. All right, Godzilla Infinity War issue 5 by Gary Duggan with Javier Garrón and Domenico Carbone on the art. So yeah, Noel's doing Noel stuff, trying to find Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom, those, always one step ahead, and he's like making his own Avengers team. First guy he gets is he saves this Latverian baker, and you're like, oh, that's weird. But he saves him, and then he goes, and this part made me laugh. Fucking gets kid Cable to, show up and do all this stuff, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do a Kid Cable voice as I read this. He's like, thanks for giving me a symbiotic-ectomy. You must need a time traveler. He's like, indeed, Kid Cable. In fact, I require the best time traveler. Well, I don't work cheap, and don't call me kid. I might not look like much, but I got it where it counts. And he just gets shot in the back, and Doom's like, you're late, and it's fucking King the Conqueror. And so he gets Kang, and then he picks up Johnny, which this part was weird because Johnny's like, he gets rid of the symbiote that's infected him, and he's like, I can't risk my flames on them because Sue and Ben are, kind of. It's like, brother, Ben's a fucking rock. You can literally use your flames on him. Nothing's gonna happen. But then Doctor Doom saves Miles, and So yeah, he's getting more and more of his team. Noel's still trying to do stuff, and then Godzilla's got the symbiote again. Last issue, he didn't have the symbiote; he was just being a dickhead, and now he's got the symbiote again. It's like, oh, where'd that come from? That's odd. It's like, did you just forget? But then the Doctor Doom's Avengers are in the swamp, and that's including his Baker, and he shows this fucking really fancy looking cake, and there's the swamp in Florida, and then this hand takes it, and it's Man Thing, and like apparently Man Thing really likes sweets, and so that's how they're having him join the team, and then Doctor Doom's like Godzilla shows up to fight them. Doctor Doom's like, don't worry, I stole a Mecha Godzilla, so Mecha Godzilla, the Showa designs fighting Godzilla, and then they basically just disappear, and the rest of his team's there, and his team's Punisher, Kang, Man Thing, Emma Frost, the Ghost Rider that drives the car, um,
Robbie Reyes.
yeah, the Baker, Miles, and Johnny. And their whole thing is they're going to go up throughout the multiverse and find different Godzillas to beat the Null Godzilla. So should be fun.
Nice.
I'm gonna go like an 8 out of 10.
Okay, Mark Spector, Moon Knight, #5 by Jed MacKay and Dev Malia Promenick. Um, this book is kind of bonkers. So, Moon Knight is inside this haunted house looking place. He takes his magic sword that he acquired in the last series because the sword tells him that he can absorb the soul of this haunted house. And wouldn't you know it, the sword that hasn't really liked him very much from the beginning betrays him and actually becomes like, I guess the entity inside the sword is like a dragon. So the dragon is able to break out of the sword and just be a dragon in this like pocket realm. And it kind of kicks Moon Knight's ass and chucks him out the haunted house window. And he's like, dang, if I'm gonna go back there, I'm gonna need help from like the most powerful magician that I'm friends with. And he goes to Doctor Strange's house and knocks on the door, and Clea answers. It's like, I fucking love this friendship that Jed MacKay has
Yeah.
made between those two. I think it's really fucking awesome. Um, but Clea is like, all right, let me cast a spell, one you're familiar with. And she forms the Midnight Suns emblem in the air. She's like, it's time to gather the suns. It's like, okay, that could be pretty fucking cool. So we'll see what iteration of that team is, but it's going to look awesome. So I can't wait. I'm going to give this a 9.
Nice.
It will at least have Blade because Blade's on the cover of the next one.
Nice. All right. Godzilla issue 11 by Tim Seeley and Henry Presietta on the art. It's kind of like how this book has been. It's like, yeah, this is fine. We get Godzilla. I don't think IDW has the rights to Biollante because so here is the design of the flower monster that he's fighting in this.
Doesn't
It's
look like
not
much.
it's not much like it's got the little tentacles like Biollante, and they've been kind of like building up like it is. And there's one part, see if I can find it, where the guy calls it something like almost Biollante, but not quite. And it's like, and I'm like, I wonder if they have the rights to her because like they're like I said, the design's completely different. And
This is
Bio
Bioflante.
Biolantris.
That's funny.
So I'm curious if it's going to turn to look more like Biolante or what. But it's interesting. We see kind of more about the little girl that was there and all that stuff, though. And like I said, it's good. It's like I was thinking about this today, though. Like this Godzilla book, it's a fine Godzilla book. It's nothing that you're gonna write home about. It's not something I'm gonna tell like people you have to read this. But like Starship Godzilla, the one that's like I really like. That's the one that I would get for people as gifts because I think it's really good. More people should be reading it. Then the Dead Zone is just like, yeah, I shouldn't have made it, but.
Well,
It's like this
is
is
Starship still going? I feel
so
like
it's
that's
it
over.
they're doing the Marvel thing with Starship Godzilla. So it ended, and then they're gonna come back with a new number one. It's gonna be like The Adventures of Starship Godzilla or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
But so this is like probably a 7.5.
Okay. Sonic, DC Sonic, the Metal Legion #2, and it's by Ian Flynn and Adam Bryce Thomas. It's pretty good. Like basically, Lex sends Catwoman to be a double agent for Eggman, and Eggman sends Rouge to do the same thing for Lex. And then afterwards, Catwoman and Rouge just meet up. Like these guys are complete idiots. We're gonna take them for everything.
Man,
So, hmm,
if they made a game of this, the deviant art would be just
mm,
insane.
I agree. It
Is that even
probably
a thing
still
anymore?
is. Probably. Um, but yeah, it's good. Like we get little various team ups of the groupings that they've been paired with since the beginning. And then at the end, Lex ends up sending all of the Leaguers and all of the Sonic characters um, to null space. Uh, so we'll see what happens there. I mean, I'm sure they'll fight their way back and kick the shit out of these guys eventually, but we'll see what happens in the meantime. But it's very good, very funny. I like it a lot. I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Nice. So Iron Man issue 6 by Josh Williamson and Juan Cabal on the art. This is maybe the best issue yet. We get some Spider-Man, Norman Osborn stuff. Basically, like someone did some stuff, stole some stuff from Tony. Tony's upset, and it very much seemed like it was Norman. But Norman's being set up. Spider-Man's trying to get a bagel. That's another side thing. But Norman and Tony fighting gets in the way of Spider-Man's bagel. And
Son of a bitch.
yeah, pretty much. And then they find out that Norman got set up. The Iron Patriot armor was there, but he didn't steal it. And they kind of talk for a bit. And then the Iron Patriot armor goes nutso and all this. And they do some fighting. And Norman helps them, because he's a sort of a good guy now. We get a fun little splash page. Looks good. I really like how the artist draws Spider-Man here. I think he
Mm-hmm.
looks really clean. And Tony and Norm kind of have a nice little thing at the end, and also Tony's Spider-Man's bagel just gets destroyed. And so, but then Tony's like, I
Parker
could,
Luck.
yeah, Tony's like, I could buy you a bagel. You know that, right? He's like, it's not the same. He's like, my armor did a little digging and found that the bagels here are from a bakery that also delivers to a B Grimm at the Baxter Building. So he's gonna go try to steal them from Ben Grimm now. And so then yeah, it's like they're kind of realizing that Tony's being set up, and that's why like all these, and they're trying to figure out who's doing it. And I have to ask, is this supposed to be Shang-Chi or is it someone else that I don't know? Because everyone else, I'm like, yeah, I know who they are, but why is this guy with them?
It must be. That's not a design I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's not a costume that I've seen, or even how he does his hair ever. So I'm like, I'm not sure who that's supposed to be.
Yeah,
But this was a good issue. I'm probably gonna go 8.5, maybe even a 9. I enjoyed it in comparison to the others.
nice. All right. Batgirl #20. It's by Tay Bromball and Steven Segovia. Start of a new arc. There's a little girl gets murdered and Batman shows up and he's like, "Hey, there was a letter left for you. Like you're the one that's supposed to solve this." So she goes and looks at the little girl. The little girl is wearing one of Steph's old dresses from when she was a little girl, and she keeps like going in and out of a memory that she can't quite grasp. And it turns out that the villain that I think is new is called Dr. Forget Me Not. So like the Forget Me Not flowers are like throughout the issue too, which is fun. And yeah, I mean, it was just kind of weird and creepy and cool. We get a little bit of Steph's upbringing with her assassin dad. Bronze Tiger is in it, which is always fun. So it was a pretty good issue. I'm looking forward to the next part. Look, it says part 1 of 3, so I'll be surprised, or I'll be honest, I'm surprised that this issue has gone on as long as it has, but
Mhm.
apparently it's doing okay. So that's also a good thing. And I
If it
think
was
it's gotten better
Marvel,
as it's gone.
if it was Marvel, we would have had 4 different new number ones by now.
100% for sure. Um, but yeah, it's definitely solid. I'm going to give it an 8.
Nice. All right. I just got our two Muchis.
Same.
All right. What order do you want to do?
Let's do Batman and then JSA.
That's how I had it set up. All right. Okay. Fucking French asshole.
Hmm.
Okay. So Batman issue 14. And this is by old Matthew Fraction and Jorge Jimenez on the art. What'd you think, man?
Okay, I honestly really enjoyed this. I thought it was really good. And then you get to like the halfway point and it's over and we have fucking 18 pages
Hmm.
of ads and whatever else, previews. And I was like, I'm not ready for this to be over. I want more because I'm enjoying it again.
Right.
So I was bummed. Um, I like the inclusion of Steph and Damien and Duke. I think that's pretty cool and fun. This feels like a Batman family book. Um, Kind of crazy that we get 1 page of Hugo Strange before he just gets smeared. I thought that was
Right.
a little
What
unexpected.
one thing that kind of annoyed me, like it's a minor ass thing, but it's like why the heck they making Stephanie do a fucking Deku cry? Like
Yeah,
over nothing. Like get out of here. She's not that soft.
that's true. I mean, I tried to justify it as like she's just upset that Babs had to get taken because she absolutely would have broken rank exactly like Babs said she would to break her
Yeah.
out. So I'm sure she's just emotional and sad over that because I think anybody would be. But yeah, I also looked at that and I was like, okay, Jorge, like it looks great, but also dial it back a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Batman, creating his own bat signal just as a big fuck you to Savage, I thought was pretty cool at the end. But again, it just ended too soon, and I want more. I don't need to see the absolute Green Arrow preview that I've seen in every fucking DC comic book for 2 months. I've already
Yeah.
read the issue.
That and the book's already been out too, so it's yeah. But for the most part, this is so much better. Like this is probably the best issue so far,
It's
in
good,
my
yeah,
opinion.
it's good.
And it might have helped that so I read last week's comics before, like the day before I read these ones, and I had just read Batman Hush too. And so it might have helped this a lot, but I really liked it. Um,
Was your favorite part of Hush 2 the last page where it says end of part 1?
I mean, I don't know, man. I just read that. I'm like, why is this a fucking thing? But yeah, so I probably had a 9 for it though. I liked it.
I'm right there with you. 9.
I still think that the whole arc is stupid and like you were complaining how there's so little that we or how it feels like there's so little in this book and they take a whole page of their like what 3 pages that we get and it's just Batman and Catwoman staring at each other in like different panels. It's like we don't need all of that just for this with this book being so little.
Mm-hmm. Like, okay, the book is beefy compared to a standard book. Just just fill out the rest of it with story, even if it means you would put another dollar on it because you absolutely would. At least we'd be getting some story. I'm just
But it
so
doesn't
sick of all this.
it doesn't feel like it only feels like a beefy book because they put two backups in it. And at fucking 4.99, we should be getting more than that, especially with the backups.
I agree.
Hell, they should be paying us to read the damn backups. It's advertisements, gosh darn it.
Yeah, it's 12 pages. I just counted. 12 pages.
Yeah, and one of them is just blank of Batman,
Well, no, I
Catwoman.
meant I meant post story.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, and then we've got JSA number 20 by Jeff Lemire and Diego Olortegui. And I don't think this is going to shock anybody. I really like this book.
I did too, but I do have like stuff that I don't get because I don't think Spectre can really possess people that are living. Like that's part of it. It's like they have to be dead, and he's taking over these people. Like it's that's part of his thing. But that's never been, as far
Well,
as I know, that's never been his thing of like using
he's
humans as posts.
I get what you're saying, but I think it's just that he's trying to, and like it's successful for a couple pages or like a page or two
Well,
before.
he took over Hourman. And he was just in Hourman's. He just had
Well, yeah, and
Hourman's
Jay.
control. Well,
Yeah.
he was Jay, and then he jumped to Hourman because he's like, oh, this is better suited type of thing.
Right. But again, I don't think it's because even towards the no, I don't know where it is now. Anyway, the point is I don't think it's gonna be a permanent thing, but it could also very much just be Jeff's changing the rules because we haven't had Spectre in forever.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I loved the Spectre mashup designs. They're
Hmm.
so cool. Jay looks awesome. Our man looks fucking scary. Like it was cool.
So one thing that I thought was funny. So there's this episode of Community when Chevy Chase's character Pierce is like he's a laser lotus Buddhist thing, and he can like read people's minds because he's gotten to this level. And he goes to Jeff Wingers. He's like, "Oh, gay, gay," and it's like when Spectre hops into um decides to hop into what's his name Alan's son's body.
Yeah,
I thought it'd be so
Obsidian.
funny. Obsidian's body. He's like talking about. He's like, oh, he's like so much darkness, so much sin, so much gay.
Yeah. I mean, he looks incredible though.
Yeah,
I love all the mashup designs. And it's like, yeah, okay, he probably is the best suited in Obsidian, to be fair.
yeah. I mean, that's all. That's the thing. That's all he's doing. It's not so much that they're forcing him out. He's just finding the better host each time.
Yeah,
So
agreed.
I'm not. I'm just not super. I wasn't super into that because I don't think that should be a thing. And then the Madame Xanadu stuff. eh, Maybe I'm in the minority. Madame Xanadu just kind of like I'm like every time I read something with her in it, I'm like I don't really want to be reading stuff with her in it. I don't really care much for her.
I think it's weird that you would feel that strongly because she's only
It's
ever in like a few pages.
it's just like there's always because like she was a pretty big, if I remember right, in like Justice League Dark and stuff. And I'm just like
Mm.
I am so bored with her every single time. Like I don't care about her at all.
This guy just hates women.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I didn't mind that. I like the group that's there,
Yeah.
and watching Stargirl kind of fangirl over her was fun too. But
Here's a
yeah, and
question.
then what?
How, since more about the Khalid or Khalid or whatever, how old is he? Because he's like a doctor. So he'd be like, because it seems like they're having him hang out with the kids, but he's still like probably pushing 30,
Well,
unless
he
he's like, Doogie Howser situation.
in his well, maybe in his solo book that I read, he was in college studying to be a doctor,
Oh, okay.
but that's never touched on. So I don't know. I have no idea where he's at anymore.
Okay. See, I
Because
was
he
like reading that.
definitely looks teenager here.
He does, and then like he's very much hanging, acting like a teenager with the other kid characters, and I'm like, he should be like, you know, closer to 30 than 20.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It's just like with a few other things in this book, as much as I love it, we just don't have the answers.
Yeah.
Um, and then obviously, Metron shows up at the end, and it's like, God damn, we're doing JSA, and now we're bringing Fourth World into it. All right, all right,
Jake was bricked up when that
yep,
happened.
for sure. It's at the point now, dude, where it's like, I need this book to keep going for a while.
Yeah.
Like every time it's a JSA week, I'm so excited because I just
Do
love
you
it.
do you ever try to like push it on your people that come in to try to get more, more buys, basically?
It's tough to do that without year one being in trade
I
because,
gotcha.
like, yeah, the stuff before it was okay, but I think if you read year one as a trade, you'd be like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah,
So
I
once that
agree.
comes out, hopefully the book is still going and, then I can.
That might be a trade I try to get Nick because I had him finish reading Starman, and it does give me Starman vibes where it's like it's old school, but with like enough new feel to it that it works.
I completely agree. I think there's something in this book for new and old fans for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like a 9.5 and it's my pick of the week.
Yeah, I'm probably at an 8.5. I liked it a good bit, but just the random Spectre stuff annoyed me.
Hmm.
But what are
And
you
the Madame
excited?
Xanadu.
Well, Madame Zandu is just kind of like it's just a non-starter. I just don't get it. I just don't. Let me know down below. Madame Xanadu's number one fan. Let me know. What am I missing here? But what were you excited about, bud?
I'm mildly interested in Absolute Catwoman. I'm gonna give that a shot. Maybe it'll be a fun like heist book.
I kind of hate her costume.
It's the helmet. The helmet's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah, the rest is fine, but that helmet is same thing they did with the fucking Black Mask
Hmm.
in the Absolute Universe. I'm like, this is stupid.
I agree. So we'll say Absolute Catwoman, Mortal Thor, and Muppets Noir.
Nice. I'm gonna say Daredevil, Godzilla Monsterpiece Theater, The Odyssey,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna say Wolverine.
Okay.
But I mean, we've already kind of touched on it, but I was just thinking because I was listening to a podcast. They were talking. They were like, this chess master. He was talking about the NBA playoffs, and he was complaining about the app that you use to watch it. And he's like, because I guess it does spoil, like it'll accidentally do spoilers, and he was complaining about that. So that just has me going, what are some comic book complaints that you have? And we already went through, we already spent like 5 minutes on one.
Yeah, I know. So this can be anything, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. So yeah, Casey and I both just complained at length about the previews. So the other things that I'll say in general, just the price. I think some of them are getting out of hand. A $6 number one for two extra pages, and then seven more ad pages is not worth $6 to anybody. Um, I know this. I don't know if this is necessarily comics fault, but it's comic adjacent, and that's like Whatnot in general. Do you know what
Oh
Whatnot
yeah.
is?
Yeah.
I get guys that come in and buy stuff off my shelf so that they can turn around and sell it on their Whatnot stream, and which is fine because I'm still getting what I should be getting for these new books. But they just want to come in and flip shit, and it just bugs me. I hate that part of the hobby. So
And you can catch us live streaming on Whatnot Wednesday nights.
And then the last thing I've complained about this before, it's blind bags. I
Oh yeah.
absolutely hate the blind bag craze. It should not be a thing. It's expensive and it's gambling, and I hate it.
Yeah, the so for me the fucking mountain of previews in the back. It's just so dumb. And I'm gonna say like something I really hate too. It's when you like let's say you're reading Spider-Man because I think that's coming out with the thousandth issue soon. So it's like the first whatever first however much of that book will be the story that you've been reading this whole time, and then they're gonna be like, and now we got these guest writers that you probably won't care about. There might be one or two that are good, but there's also gonna be a lot of shit in there, and it's gonna be $12 because it would have
Yep,
been $10 10 years ago, but now we gotta up the prices because of reasons. And
yep,
so that's really annoying.
completely
Um,
agree.
we always bitch about this, but new number ones, it's pretty annoying. Like I get it, but it's annoying. And then
They claim that it makes it new reader friendly, but it doesn't because they're like, oh, well, do I need to read the number one from, you know, 2024? And it looks like I was looking online and there was also one in 2022. It's like, you guys are making it worse. Just keep it the same
yeah,
fucking series. And I've said this before too. Remember when Rebirth was new and you could just go to issue number 27 and it would say the title of the arc, part one.
yep.
Just do that. That's all you need.
Well, and one thing that I don't get that Marvel does that I love, and they don't, I mean, and they don't do it as much. Like, so Marvel has this where they will then tell you what happened. And
Hmm.
it was like really a big thing when I was younger too. DC's never done that. But I think that makes so much sense for new readers. If you want to make something new reader friendly, just splat that in there. Because there'll be times where I'm like at Walden, hands covered in Cheetos dust. I don't know where I got the Cheetos from, but I'm like looking through the books and I'm like, oh, cool. I don't know what this is. It's issue 112 randomly. I'm just gonna pick it up because I want to read something. And it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah. And then I'm gonna go with all the different damn variant covers. That shit gets old. Probably really old for you too, because you probably get someone coming in there going, "I would like this variant cover." And you're like, "Brother, that's a 1 in 2,000. I'm not doing that." Like, "No, I'm taking my stuff to Graham Cracker Comics, then you bitch."
It's not so much the people wanting high incentives. It's like, oh, you guys don't have cover K on the shelf? It's like, fuck no, I don't have cover K on the
Yeah.
shelf. Did you ask for it ahead of time? Then no. I can't possibly order A through K with the hopes that somebody will come in and want it. That's how you lose money.
I mean, I was just I go in there one time wanting cover K, and you don't have it, and you just
And I'll
keep
bring it
bringing
up
it
every
up.
fucking time.
Let us know down below, though, guys, stuff that annoys you from comic books.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end. Casey, any
Yeah.
finishing points?
Um, I don't know. How old do you think the Dr. Fate is now? Do you think he's the Doogie Howser? Should they explore that? Should they do a Dr. Fate MD book where it's teenage doctor that's also teenage Dr. Fate? Would that be something you'd want to read? Maybe.
If
Are
Dr.
you?
Midnight's in it, then I want to read it.
It's gonna be the girl Dr. Midnight though, which, as we've already discussed, we both hate women on here.
Nope. Only you discuss that.
And then Madame Xanadu, like are you guys a Xanadu head?
Xanaduian, as they call themselves.
Yeah. Um, what are you excited about? Did you enjoy my birthday? Because I didn't get any birthday wishes from you listeners.
Nope.
Pretty fucking upset about it too. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, guys, we'd love to stay in chat, but we have to send Sonic and his friends and the Justice League to null space. So we'll catch you next time. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Worlds Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Two Worlds Pod, on Twitter at two_worlds_PC, and on Facebook at facebook.com/twoworldspodcast. You can email us with any questions or comments at twoworldspodcast@gmail.com, and if you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Two Worlds Podcast on YouTube.